Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Lidl tool video. Although this time, this is the video that I said I'd do with the longevity test of the Parkside Multi tool, which is just currently charging up a little bit, and the Parkside variable temperature soldering iron. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the soldering iron. I'll go through some of its pros and cons, how I've found it whilst I've been using it. I've used the soldering iron outside. I've used it indoors as well on my railway and various soldering jobs over the past few months. It's okay. It's what it is. It's, you know, it is what it is. It's a variable temperature soldering iron. I've found it works fine. It's good value for money. It's not broken or anything yet. It's the variable temperatures work well. I've not got it plugged in at the moment because I don't want to heat it up while I'm reviewing it. And as you'll see, I said I have used it quite a lot in the last 2 or 3 months since I unboxed it in the Lidl video. There's a couple of things I don't like about it. The first being, and it'll probably sort itself out with age, but the cable, because of the way the cable was stored in the box, it's got this wavy line on it. It doesn't hold it. Sometimes it will tilt it, and if you're not careful, it'll, you know, I prefer the lead on my Antex because it's straight and it doesn't tend to pull the base unit over. The base unit is fairly sturdy, but if you're working on something, I mean, like, see what I mean, it tangles up easy, and you can pull it. It should have a couple of outriggers, I think, a couple of legs. Right, the iron itself, and I mentioned this before, the iron itself is okay. It's not the most user-friendly soldering iron I've ever used. It does have a tendency like that to, if you get it out at the wrong angle, it has this collar thing here. I don't know why that's in there, to be fair. It doesn't seem to serve any purpose. I mean, you can see it doesn't stop the iron going in, but what it does do is, if you get it out at the wrong angle, it has a tendency like that to catch that lip in there, so I really don't like that. And also, again, the cable doesn't allow you to hold the iron very well. It turns in your hand if you get it at the wrong angle, so I don't know whether that will, you know, straighten out with a bit more use, but it's not the most user-friendly. I mean, the tip, I mean, it doesn't seem, like, when you compare it to the Antex one that I'm used to, it's just, this one's so much more user-friendly than this is huge in comparison. I wouldn't knock any marks off. I mean, you get what you pay for, and this was 25 quid. I think it was 25 quid. And if it's the only soldering iron you've got, then it's good. And this is, like I said, variable temperature, which the other one isn't, which is good for white metal soldering. And also you've got the on-off switch there, so you could leave it plugged in if you wanted in your workbench and just switch it off at the base unit, although I probably wouldn't recommend that. Yeah, so overall, marks out of 10 for the Parkside variable temperature soldering iron. I'd give it a 7. Good 7. Do I use it all the time? Yes. Will I be using it after I've done this review video? Yes, I will. It's handy to have a couple. I mean, the Antex one lives on my bench all the time. This is what I do my more intricate work with, whereas the variable temperature one, because of its more bulky nature, this will be used on the layout for soldering wires to the track and also on my garden railway. So yeah, a good 7 out of 10 for that. I'd recommend it. There's a couple of features that could be more user friendly, but that could be just me. Maybe I'm a bit fussy, but yeah, I would recommend it for modelers and people needing soldering irons, and who obviously are doing it on a budget. Parkside Multi tool. Now, I did say that on the video that I would be using this exclusively and not using my Dremel. However, the Dremel has made an appearance on the bench, and again, it's good to compare. Now, the Dremel is more ergonomically friendly. I think you've got your handholds there for more intricate work, whereas the Parkside one is more bulky. I mean, you can hold it like that, but yeah, it just seems unnecessary clunky for what it is. But I've been using this, like I said, almost exclusively since I did that unboxing video on it. I have gone back to using my Dremel for certain things on the bench, but there is a reason for that. We'll go into that in a minute. What I'll do first off is I'll look at just give this equipment a bit of a rundown. The stuff you got with the Parkside Multi-tool, like these drill bits and brass brushes, etc., they're good value, they work well. The brass brushes do have a tendency to lose some of the fibres, so it's imperative you wear eye protection if you use these. But then again, saying that, so do the Dremel ones in my experience. The accessories, I think, are better value for money than the actual multi-tool, I think. So the other pack that I bought, which is away, I would definitely buy again for my Dremel. And as you can see, I've used the grindstone and other bits and pieces. So yeah, they are what they are. They are very good value for money in my opinion. If you are, obviously if you're on the budget and you can't afford the Dremel, this multi-tool will be fine for most uses. However, there's a couple of major things I've found with it whilst I've been using it since I've unboxed it. The first one being, it doesn't seem to hold its charge very long. I mean, if I just turn that off, you got the full charge there. It doesn't seem to take a long while to charge. And another annoying thing is you've only got the USB connector. So I've got it plugged into a phone adapter into my thing there to charge it up. So if you haven't got a computer or something to charge it USB, that can be quite annoying. So it should have a proper charger in my opinion. And second of all, what I'll show you is if I just cover my fingers. If you have this working on a medium setting, say medium 5, just say it now because you won't be able to hear it. If you're doing well, and this is what I found out with this, if I'm doing a lot of heavy work, cutting rails from a model railway, cutting bits of wood, etc., if you have it running and the torque gets a bit too much, it just stops and that red light flashes, and nothing you do will get it back going. You have to turn it off and on again. That is annoying because when you are cutting things like if I was cutting pieces of rail to build my model railway, I mean, you can see that nickel silver rail there is quite thick. The Dremel cuts through it no problem. It doesn't cut out, you know, it'll cut through most things. I've had it cut through dead screws, I've cut through wood with it, with the cutting discs on it. But this, like I said, even if you're on the max setting, it stops. There's not a lot of torque there at all. It doesn't torque up very well. It just stops, flashes, throws a wobbly. Nothing I'll do there will get it on. You've got to turn it off, turn it on again. I don't know why the motor in that is obviously not very good for high torque stuff, so I will keep this. I will be using it, but I'll be using it for things like drilling into plastics or maybe sanding wood and stuff. I won't be using it for heavy duty work. So overall with the multi-tool, yeah, it's okay. It's a good bit of kit for the money you pay for it. It's good. The accessories I think are better, and the accessories are cross compatible with Dremel. These accessory packs you get, this rotary tool pack, this is a straight up 10 out of 10. The stuff in here is fantastic. It is cross compatible with Dremel, as I said. The sheer volume of stuff you get in it, in comparison to the official Dremel prices, yeah, this is a straight up 10 out of 10 any day of the week. And also, if you lose any collets, all the collets are there, you get replacements with them. Yeah, it's really quite good. I recommend these to anybody with a Parkside or a Dremel kit. So overall, not bad tools at all. I would use both. I will continue to use both of them as and when I need to. Yeah, the multi-tool, I'd 6.5 or 7 out of 10. It's good for what it is. If you haven't got one and you need a multi-tool, I just don't like the fact that there's no torque on it. And it makes that horrible whistling sound as well, which I believe is the motor. So if you couldn't hear me there, apologies. But yeah, 7 out of 10 for that. 7 out of 10 for that, purely because of that annoying collar on the soldering iron tip there. But if you're after some budget modelling tools, budget soldering iron multi-tool, they are well worth the money in my opinion. They're just not, obviously, and they're not going to be as top quality as the main brands are. So join me again next time when I do a longevity test on some tools I've unboxed in the past. I've got another Aldi and Lidl video coming up very soon with some new stock I've found. Yeah, I've just picked up a load more tools from Lidl, so I'm going to do another, probably just a Parkside only video with a load of stuff I've picked up in this last week, so keep an eye out for that. If you like the video, please like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, leave a comment, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.